stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's up, party people? It's Friday. We made it. I saw a tweet yesterday that said it was about someone being like, podcasts that don't get into it. Like, you should be getting into the topic right away and not spending the first 9 minutes dilly-dallying. Well, listen, we dilly and we dally here. And I would argue maybe you just don't like that podcast, bro. Because if you're just going for straight news, watch fucking news, bro. Welcome back to the NBA bit. We got Sneeps up in here, Rowdy Rod, the Common Man's here, DC1 Super Looms is here, Fernandez, Borland in the house, 90s fan, Bottomine Stubbs, Garen, good morning, homies is here. We got ATCJ, let's go, Federico up in the house. Like at a stream, subscribe to Team Hold if you haven't done so already. And then why don't you put a little hashtag nuts into the chat, huh? Put a little hashtag nuts into the chat because we get a lot of nut kicking, slapping, touching going around the National Basketball Association this morning. We got fun stuff, dude. Fun stuff to do today. There was 3 hoopy hoops last night. All pretty interesting games. And then we got a bunch of stuff this weekend to get into. I'm excited. I'm just excited about the direction of the content, boys and girls, and however you identify. Just for the people keeping tabs at home, we are at 8,964 subs. We are creeping up to 9K. I believe deep down in my heart that there's a shot we get there today, but if not today, then tomorrow, okay? When we are back at the NBA bit on Monday, we will be at 9K, unless maybe I expose myself in a YouTube short, and then maybe we hit 10K within the weekend, but immediately get shut down. But I know, you do it for the clicks. We do it for the clicks. Yeah, let's go get those nuts into the chat. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag nuts. All right, let's dive in. I'm trying to think if we have anything else. Sneeps did a little 420 playback last night. We'll have some playback this weekend. I don't think we'll have it tonight. I think it's important that I don't do it tonight. But I'll try to fire up one either tomorrow, most likely Sunday. Shout out to Annie tomorrow. Yeah, shout out to Annie tomorrow. Skeets has got some nuts in the chat. Fernandez, hashtag exposure. Hey, so real quick, before we get into like the actual games last night, I can't believe I think we have to have a come to Jesus moment with the referees. I really do. I think there needs to be some sort of like public discussion with whoever's in charge. Like I need them to have a meeting where they vote on what is a flagrant 1, what is a flagrant 2, and then what is a suspension. I think we need to do it because I think after the Draymond stuff, which again, I think it seems like the public has decided, or like the public has decided I have to take an L on my Draymond stance of that. I think that was bad. It was suspended. However, like, people who I think are smarter than you in the chat that I listen to think he shouldn't have been suspended. So who knows? That was me trying to take an L, but not taking an L. Embiid put a foot up into the old Claxton Nougats, and then Harden did a little like a elbow, like a little stripey of the nets, and then he got ejected, and Embiid didn't. I just don't think it feels like multiple personalities. What was that movie? What was that movie? No one's gonna know this reference. It was like 20 years ago. Steve was the main character. It was hi, I'm Steve. Damn it. Either way, whatever. It's just like the rules aren't the same for everybody. It's weird. It's weird that they can't figure this out. And I think it's probably being highlighted a little bit more because of what happened with Draymond. But it's like bizarre. It's bizarre. Anyways, enough of that. It just feels, me, myself, and Irene. That's multiplicity. There we go. Homies with the dub. Multiplicity. Let's go. I thought it began with an S. I kept wanting to say synchronicity, and I knew that would be a terrible name for a movie. And then I was thinking serendipity. Michael Keaton. Hell yeah, Michael Keaton. I thought Harden should have got the flagrant 1. What he did was unnecessary, so I understand. Right, but I thought he should have gotten a flagrant 1 too. It's like they reversed the Harden and the Embiid stuff. And do you think, and then if they did something like, right, say if Embiid got, like if Embiid got the flagrant 2 and Harden got the flagrant 1, we probably wouldn't be saying anything. And like maybe they gave Harden the flagrant 2 because they didn't give Embiid the flagrant 1. Why is this shit so hard though? Why is it so hard? It's just dumb. It was not Brave Little Toaster. It was not Brave Little Toaster. Chickenford came in. Kings foul calls were 22 to Dubs 19. That game was called. Wait, are you saying that's not so fair? Like, are you? I can't tell because you're laughing. It's been close every single game. Remember, we did this yesterday. It's been close. Game 1, game 2, and game 3. It's all been within like 1 or 2 fouls. I'm just so happy for JJ Redick because JJ Redick, I know how upset he was. He was so stressed out in between DraftKings bets and podcasting and being on TV. It was like they are ruining the game. And he even said he believed it because after he stated it, he was like, I believe what I'm saying. And then last night, the fouls were back and forth. So I'm just happy that JJ could watch that game in peace. And that today, like as he's doing his content, whether for the worldwide leader of sports or for Old Man in the 3, he can just relax. That the game is no longer being ruined. Whew, JJ. Oh, you were being sarcastic. Okay, sorry, I missed it. Maybe they need to come to a consensus of what type of foul it is if you kick, slap, or... Yeah, that's exactly. I want letter to the law. Letter to the law. You want to make me like officials, right? Because I know you're trying to do that, NBA. I know they're like, oh, what if we do a Scott Buster mixtape? What if we do an NBA referee's Twitter account where we put out some stuff? Let's go the other way. No, my friend. Let's go the other way. I want you to tell me, listen, if it one finger to one testicle, just a common foul. 2 fingers, 2 testicles, that feels intentional. Spell it out for me. Spell it out for me. Let's get into the weeds. Let's get into the weeds. Eric says I might be on an island here, but JJ, do you know a lot of people that I listen to actually don't like him anymore? And that's not true. That's not true. Not a lot of people. I listen to the rights to Ricky Sanchez. They seem pretty annoyed with him. The House of Strauss, they also have some thoughts. I love Jay. I really do love JJ. I think he's a great podcaster. I enjoy him a lot. I just think it's funny. I think you just have to. This is like if I do like a live stream, my energy is a little bit different than if I do like a short form video, right? Where a short form video, I've noticed that it just seems like I yell. I yell a lot, which I guess I yell in the long form too. But I yell like it's it does feel like a little line. You know what I mean? And I think JJ's similar to that, where he now I'm comparing myself to JJ Redick. What the fuck are we doing this morning? But he'll in his podcast, he's just like, yeah, that's where my votes went. And then on TV, he's like, I am so mad. But that's what they tell you to do, probably. So there you go. Maybe they need to only wear compression shorts so we can tell what part of the body received content. Yeah, or just sensors, right? What if we got sensors? You know what I mean? Like it lit up. You know how like back in the day, Fox did the thing with the puck? They're like, how can we get more people to watch hockey? And they're like, wow, let's make the puck blue when it gets, and then if it gets hit really fast, it'll be like blue streak. Shut up, Martin Lawrence. But maybe they do that. So if there's a little contact, his nuts just go like green or something like that, right? With Harden Hulk. I don't know, but I think we need to be workshopping this stuff. Yeah, laser tag type vest. Absolutely. Anyways, I didn't mean to open up with this, but I was just watching. I'm like, man, what are we doing? I don't know. Anything else weird we want to talk about before we get into the basketball? One thing I'll say, because I don't want to talk about this later, the NBA Top Shot announced they're going to burn those packs. That's pretty exciting. Exciting? That's pretty exciting. So we were speculating on like what they were going to do with those packs. They haven't really announced it. And they announced that they're going to burn it. They're going to burn the rest of them. So the one weird, tricky thing they ran into is like when they burn them. So like some of these playoff series might wrap up before they go to the official burn. But at least we get a little bit of clarity of what they're doing. And let's give them credit because that was the idea that everybody wanted, but it sounded like, we're like, oh, they'll never do that. They'll never do that. But then they did. So I like that. That's good. I hope you guys feel like give them their props, right? They earned a W. We'll give them the W. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for you if you bought a lot of tickets. I'm thinking about JJL Smith, who bought like 1 million. Should have burned after 24 hours, not a month. I mean, listen, I agree with that too, but look, baby steps, baby. Baby steps, baby. Speaking of baby steps, it's a terrible transition, but we're collecting some info. Take that for data. about Vegas. So, and you don't even have to tell me your name, your email, your social, anything like that. I'm going to drop a link into the chat. If you guys are thinking about coming to Vegas for Summer League, just fill this out just so we can get an idea for numbers. I've been in talks with a couple of different venues, and I'm trying to pull the metaphorical trigger today, actually, or Monday, of where it's going to be. But it looks like we're either going to do Friday the 7th or Saturday the 8th between 5 and 7 p.m., baby. Between 5 and 7 p.m. That's Vegas time. We landed on that time for a couple of reasons. You're not going to believe this. Most bars didn't want to give up a Friday or Saturday night for their venue for a bunch of virgins. So So we're going to put it a little bit earlier, but this actually works out pretty well because it allows us to get after it at night. You know what I mean? So we're not taking up the prime time stuff. So I'll let you know as we get closer to the venue, but drop the link in the chat if you could just fill that out. The goal here is to we'll be doing a happy hour together. We'll be doing a live show together. We're going to go to some basketball games. All of that stuff is going to be a good time. So I'm very excited. And look at this. We're 12 minutes in. I haven't talked really about basketball yet. So whoever tweeted that thing out about, we'll just get to the topic. Not on my watch. You want to know why? You want to know why it's not on my watch? Here we go. I'll give you a little something with it. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. All right, one more dumb thing before we get into it. I forgot to pick up oat milk yesterday. And so I was going to get in trouble and I didn't realize until after I made the coffee this morning and I went to go get some and I didn't have it. And I knew I let my wife down. So this morning, instead of grinding out those YouTube shorts, which I still did a few that dudded, I went to the Mighty Oak local coffee shop and got a little cold brew so that I could get her a latte. And I can feel it coursing through my veins. When I woke up this morning, I was feeling rough. I was like, this is going to be a quick show. Now it is just pumping. It is pumping through me. Excited to get into some hoops. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you haven't liked the stream, subscribe, hashtag Newts. Get that into the chat because we'll give something away here a little bit later. Let's do the first game. So Sixers Nets was kind of weird because of the stuff that we were talking about, right? So early on, Claxton, I guess it was a dunk. It was like, yeah, it was a dunk, but it wasn't even an emphatic dunk. And he just like steps over Embiid, and Embiid's like, well, I'm going to kick you in the balls now. And then he gets flagrant. Nets seemed like I was like, man, Nets are going to steal one. First game at home, backs against the wall. Let's cook. And then Tyrese Maxey, the flamethrower. This is after Harden gets ejected. Absolutely just awesome. Big, like in transition, finishes a tough one. Then this monster step back three to kind of seal the deal. He finished with 25. Funny thing that I've been paying attention to with Maxey, just zero peripheral stats, right? Just like a couple of dimes, couple of boards, but went for 25. They needed it. Harden in 30 minutes, right? Again, got ejected early. 21, 5, and 4 in that time. Embiid had a weird game, 14 and 10. He fell down 14,000 times, and it looked bad. He just looked slow. He also dinged up his knee a little bit on collision. I forget, was it Cam Johnson threw it down? Somebody took it to him, and he fell into the stanchion, and he definitely did not look 100%. Big Brain is like, do they just rest Embiid up 3-0? Just like send him back to Philly, let him chill, see what happens. But yeah, he didn't look great. Toby had 15 and 7. Mikal Bridges, dude, is a dog. He had 26, 6, and 5. He was pretty good. Dinwiddie, 20 and 7. Claxton was having a monster game. Actually, he had 18 and 4, but it felt like a monster game. And then he got thrown out because he picked up 2 techs. The second one was so dumb too. He's just talking shit, and it was the second one. So that was stupid. But Sixers win 102-97. They take a commanding 3-0 lead. And that's a wrap. That's a wrap. It would have been kind of interesting if Embiid was a little dinged up, right, because of that knee thing, and Brooklyn stole one, and then all of a sudden we're going into Game 4 with a rusty Embiid, with the Nets stealing a little momentum, extending the series a little bit. But that's it. They're moving. Joel says Embiid's kick was worse than Draymond's stomp. All right, I don't think that's true. Young Sippa says, you mentioned another stream that since the NBA best ball didn't fill, second place entries are going to advance. Bucks and 6. All right, Young Sippa. Also, Young Sippa, are you relatively new, man? I feel like I haven't seen you in the chat. Good to see you. Hang on. I'm going to go through the basketball games first, and then we'll do some underdog after, because I was planning on talking about that because we're hot right now. But yeah, there's a handful. You can't follow it, though. I'll explain when we get there. Anyway, Sixers up 3-0. Game 4 later this weekend. This is over. Maybe Brooklyn steals one, but if Embiid's still good to go, it's a wrap it up. And then we'll get Sixers and Celtics in the second round. And I'm feeling pretty good as a Celtics fan. I am. I know Embiid can still go for 50, but Boston, actually, it is kind of hard to evaluate where everybody is at because Boston is playing Atlanta. And I think Atlanta is really bad. I think Atlanta's probably one of like the teams that you would circle to play. Be like, you know what? If I could pick anybody to play in the first round, give me the Hawks. Also, dude, I still shout out Sean, Mr. Pack Rip Ewing, for that beautiful Atlanta Hawks take. You don't want Ice Trae in the playoffs. Celtics celebrating? I don't think so. I would much rather play Jimmy Butler than Ice Trae. Yikes. Cold as ice. Yeah, terrible take. All right, let's keep moving. Although, you know what? I appreciate the takes, the art of the take. All right. So, you know what? Plant your flag and cook, sir. Let's get to some of the more exciting ones. Let's do Golden State and Sacramento right now. This game was ugly. It was really ugly in the first quarter, man. It just was like it was just turnover, brick. It was just some pretty ugly stuff. But Sabonis finished with 15 and 16. He doesn't look great right now, right? I don't think he looks sharp. I don't think he does. Harrison Barnes had 17. Fox, he had 26, 9 and 9. It's still another great game from him. Kevin Huerter, man, has been ugly. 1 for 6 from 3. He just can't get anything to fall. But let's give some credit where it's due. Steph Curry, the chef, was out there cooking. And it kind of seemed to wrap up. I feel like the momentum fully shifted into Golden State's favor when late in the first half, Steph, there's like 10 seconds left, I think. Steph, top of the key, maybe a little bit on an angle, hits back rim on a 3. Kevon Looney, who is just a boardsman. Can we call that a boardsman? He had, what's his final stats? He had a big offensive board there. Yeah, he finished with 20 boards. Excited. Everybody tune into No Dunks after this so we can talk about beef. He finished with 4 points, 20 boards, and 9 dimes. But anyways, pulls the board down, kicks it back out to Steph. Steph 3'd it up. Steph finished with 36 and 6. They got 20 and 7 from Wiggs. Klay Thompson went 3 for 10 from 3, 5 for 15 from the field. He finished with 13. Jordan Poole, who started, still not great, Bob, but he had 16. And then they didn't really get anything off the bench except for Moses Moody, who checked that off your bingo card if you had him leading the bench and scoring. He had 13. But yeah, it was kind of an ugly game. Yeah, Looney had the Kings feeling loony. There you go, Joel. There you go. Steph had 3 fouls midway through the first. Did he really? I missed that. Herter unders have been solid. Yeah, Herter, Monk. Listen, this is a tale as old as time. Is when role players go on the road. Not always great. It is kind of funny though. Momentum in the conversation around it is always an interesting thing because, right? You think Kings are in the driver's seat. They're up 2-0. I think I said this yesterday. They're up 2-0. Draymond gets ruled out, and then you're like, dude, that's it. King's sweep is on the table, right? They get the Warriors without Draymond, now without Peyton too. And now they lose game 3 while the Warriors were super shorthanded. And then the conversation flips a little bit. They're like, holy shit, can you believe they might fumble this bag after being up 2-0, playing the Warriors without Draymond, without Peyton? They don't have any of their defenders except for Andrew Wiggins. Moses Moody has to play minutes. And now it shifts a little bit. And they're like, same old Kangs. Good luck lighting the beam. So now game 4 becomes a little bit spicy, right? Where you'll get Draymond back. Peyton, I bet, will be back since this was like an illness that caused him to miss the game. And then if the Warriors take this game, now it's a 3-game series against the defending champs. And if you're the Kings, you're like, whatever, dude, we have home court advantage. I don't know, but you have an opportunity to step on the threat. You got to do it. Weisberg in the chat saying Herter's getting good looks. He's one of the top 5 shooters on dribble handoffs. He should normalize. I've been talking about Looney versus Sabonis since game 1. Looney is top 5 in offensive rebounds. Yeah, I mean, they obviously have the advantage down low, and that was the biggest complaint We're gonna take the headphones off. That was the biggest complaint that Warriors fans had is like, why aren't you attacking down low? Like Sabonis is awesome. Sabonis has been great, third team All NBA, of course. But like you can attack them down low, and they just haven't been able to capitalize on that. And last night was a sign of like what Looney can do. What can Looney do for you? Um, but yeah, Herter's shots haven't been falling. Monk looked like we're like, oh my god, are we gonna get another Monk game on the road? He finished with 4 points, 1 for 9 from the field. A bunch of dudes. Also, Terrence Davis. The Terrence Davis minutes were a go. Also, would love, you know what the broadcast should dive into? Because there was like a 2 minute stretch, I think, during the game where we both had Terrence Davis and Anthony Lamb on the court at the same time. And I would have loved to, was it Brian Anderson calling the game or Kevin Anderlin? Kevin Harlan, Jesus. Just like, hey guys, do a quick Google search on those bros. But yeah, great to see that. Great to see that. But anyways, good win for the Warriors. We'll have them full strength for game 4. Game 4 is going to be rocking. Oh, here's another complaint. Hey, Chase Center, you are the defending champs. You are the Golden State Warriors. You have one of the top 10 players of all time in Steph Curry. You do not need to pump music into the arena. We don't need to hear this. Everybody's all fired up, right? Backs against the wall. Steph's like, no one believes in us again. He even got feisty in his little post-game press conference, being like, the league has history with Draymond. They're like, you also have history with us, with the Warriors, or whatever he said. But can we not pump the music into the arena? I don't need to hear that. I'm catching it through the microphones of the TNT broadcast. What are we doing? And you're doing it on both ends. Like, at least do it strategically. Just do it when the Kings are on offense. Like, Clay's running a little dribble handoff, and we're hearing boom, boom. But you've been here before. You're down 2-0. The fans are going to be hyped. And if they're not hyped, expose their asses. What are we doing? That was gross. That was terrible. Oh, and it was like the same variations. It's like, at least mix it up a little bit. Give me a little Pitbull. Like, give me a little Kesha. Give me a little, let's throw it back. Some Temptations. Do whatever you want. But it was just gross. Agree, but definitely an old guy take. Are you telling me there's young people? You telling me there's some like 24-year-olds being like, hey, can we not? I don't want to hear the whistle be blown. I want to hear like, what are we doing? It's terrible. Yeah, Kesha Fernandez. I'm trying to, yes, shut the fuck up, Eric. Yes, we want Kesha. All right. Stand with Kesha. Man, so dumb. So it reminds me of the Tampa Bay Rays. I lived in Tampa for a couple of years, which you've heard me talk about, and you could go to Tampa Bay Ray games for like $4. And you get a bunch of you get like $1 hot dogs, $1 beers. It was ridiculous. They no real fans, and it happened to be the one year that well, this is before Tampa's now good now, right? And they go into the playoffs, and it was just like 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, bases loaded. And like the jumbotron is like, "Hey guys, please stand up and clap." Like, it's what do we do? Like, act like you've been there before. Anyways, I hate it. I hate it. I hate all that in-game shit. I don't even think that's an old man take. Kesha or Gus. Well, I mean, it's obviously Gus or Fernandez. I'm just saying, Kesha's got bops, man. Yeah, I missed the Roracle too. But anyways, I hated it. Oh, or is anybody on the other side of this? Is anybody out there being like, I actually like when I can hear that? Ugh, terrible, terrible stuff. Anyways, Warriors still game 3. Game 4 will be fun. We got a 2-1 series. Let's get into the last game of the night so I can just circle all of my L's. So I can circle all of my L's. How about Russell Westbrook? I know Phoenix won the game, but man, Russ God was out there cooking. Dude, and he's like, I, I mean, he didn't do this anywhere else. So I feel like he didn't do this with the Lakers. But dude, he's been so good. He's like defending, creating, just like working harder than everybody else. So this final line was 30, 12, and 8. 30 points, 12 dimes, 8 boards. Let me just hit the stats real quick. Norm Powell, dude, went for 42. No Kawhi, which was a weird thing. Bones Highland went for 20. T-Man had 10, 3, and 2, a bunch of little things. KD had 28, 6, and 5, but Booker too, 45 and 6. Booker's been awesome. Booker's been so freaking good. There you go. Boylan said Westbrook got you a 30th place finish at Moment Ranks. Congrats, man. Yeah, Russ has been awesome, and I dunked on him plenty. We the people's not even here this morning in the chat. I can't believe he's missing this, but I've dunked on him plenty, and I got to take an L. Russ has been awesome. He's been great. He's kept them in the series. They almost stole Game 3. I thought it was really weird that Kawhi, and I was looking at it. I think when do they play again? Do they play again on Saturday? I think they play again on Saturday, and now they're gonna have. Maybe they were just like, let's rest Kawhi. Maybe we can steal Game 3, and then because Kawhi just can't play that many minutes. I don't know. Speaking of minutes, guys, do you see? So we pointed out the LeBron thing. So I've been trying to keep track of this because I was like, wow, LeBron's playing a lot of minutes. KD played 42 minutes last night. Chris Paul played 41 minutes, and Devin Booker played 45 minutes. I mean, Booker, I'm not worried about, but KD and CP3 like logging some serious minutes. So I don't know. Well, how are you guys feeling about this series? Like, it feels like the Suns should still rip off. Like, I feel like, game 1, the Clippers surprised them a little bit. Game 2, they did their thing. Game 3, it's one of those things where like Kawhi sits, so you're like, this should be easy. And then it became a little bit harder, but they win it. They are up 2-1, kind of like retake home court advantage. And then Game 4, I'm assuming Kawhi's back. Where are you guys? Top Shot says Clippers are tanking. Should be fined $750K. I like that. Yeah, but what do you guys do you guys think the Clippers have a real shot? I don't know. It's just maybe this was the real turning point. Like they just had to get over this hump. This hump of Game 3. But yeah, I don't know. Chicken Frick says the Clips are pissed. They have to play 4 games before the Lakers have played 3. I think that's going to come to help them, though. Don't you think that's going to benefit them a little bit now that Kawhi's out? Because again, dude, KD, let me pull it up. Let me go to Baskey reference. Also, I think it was Taz Mellis from No Dunks called it B-Ref the other day, and I loved that. I really did. I loved it. Because I didn't know what he was talking about right away. That's one of my favorite things when someone creates like an abbreviation or an acronym for something that's not typically done. Like, I really love it. I really love it. Gets me going. I did until Kawhi started load managing. All right, hold on. Let me go. I want to pull up this series. Sorry, I should have looked this up beforehand, but honestly, guys, I'm really tired. All right, so KD in Game 3, he played, what did I say? 40. All right, so I'm just going to do KD right now. KD played 41 minutes in Game 1. So Game 2, let's see. Kevin Durant. Game 2, what did he do? Oh, my computer's being so slow. Sorry, I apologize. But it's in the words of One Republic, it's too late to apologize. Do I really have to do this on my phone? Come on. All right, let me see. Here we go. KD in Game 2. K-Dizzle, Kevin Durant in Game 2 played 44 minutes. So that's 2 back-to-back, like 44 plus minute games. Let's see. Game 1. I think Game 1 was also a monster one. 44 minutes. So he's playing 44 minutes a game. 44 minutes. I feel like that's bad, right? Like you expect that in the conference finals or in the finals. This is a first round. Are they going to be, and again, if somehow the Clippers steal Game 4 and it's 2-2, now this is a 6-game series for the Suns. Kate, what's that? 44 times 3 is what? 132? No, 44. Yeah, 132. Is that 132? How about that? How about that for math? Take that for data. 132 in 3 games. And if he does that 2 more times, max, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to do that. 214, something like that. I don't know. Whatever. And that's if they win the next 2 games. I think that's crazy. That's so many minutes. Chicken Frick says Suns are finding their groove. All right, Chicken Frick, I know you're a Suns fan. Does that concern you a little bit, though? I mean, I still think they get through the series. I picked them. I still think they get through it. But I don't know. People say, Rain Man, Mike is like a human calculator. I don't even know if I got those right. I think I'm just throwing numbers out. So I still think the Suns are going to win, though. Anyways, all of that to say, I still think the Suns are going to win. I do think that is a little concerning, though. A little concerning. All right, let me remind the peeps here. I don't know why we're slipping into this German accent a bunch. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag nuts, and we'll give something away here. So for tonight's action, right? What do we got here? So we have Celtics and Hawks at 7 o'clock. That should be on. Is that not even on TV? Why is it just telling me it's on League Pass? No, it's going to be ESPN, right? So what's the I don't know. What is the scheduling? All right, ESPN must be Boston, Atlanta, and Denver, Minnesota. That's terrible. How is the Knicks Cavs the NBA TV game? Anyways, those are the 3 games tonight, which will be fun. Atlanta and Minnesota, this might be like the last time they care, right? I imagine they're both going down 3-0. If anybody takes the foot off the gas, I can see Denver just like flailing because, Minnesota's been good. They need a bounce back game from Cat, by the way. Cat has been garbage. But anyways, we got that. I'm more excited about Knicks and Cavs. So we can, the Bing Bong Boys at MSG. Somebody send me to the game. Someone should be sending the game. So Rare, Top Shot, New York Knicks community. Somebody should send me to the game. Anyways, I'm really excited. I'm excited for that. And then Saturday, we've got, like I said, Saturday, we have 4 games on Saturday and Sunday, which makes for a beautiful weekend, even though I've got softball 2:00, in case anybody was wondering. So we got Sixers and Nets for the early game. And then at 3:30, we've got Suns and Clips, 7:30 Bucks and Heat, and then Grizz and Lakers, the late game, baby. Oh, the Cavs are on ABC, not okay, that makes me feel better. Thank you, Stan. Normally it says it on the app. I was surprised it didn't. And then Sunday, we've got Knicks and Cavs early, Kings and Warriors, Celtics and Hawks, and then Denver and Minnesota late. So that's going to be, I'm so excited. We'll be doing some playback for this over the weekend. I got to figure out what my schedule is. Maybe we'll do the late game on Saturday. I got to see if I'm like vibing. I don't know. Maybe I get a second wind and I'm ready to party. You know what I'm saying? No love for the Packaliers. Well, I mean, if the Packaliers have tickets in MSG, let's talk about the Top Shot team captains here for a second before I do something else. I saw everybody victory lapping the cameo thing. That's wild. That is wild. The idea that the future of fandom is paying people to do cameos. We got to chill out. I think the cameo thing was cool. Cool to see Tim Hardaway being like #NBA Top Shot this. You know what I'm saying? It was cool to see Doug Christie. Cool to see whatever. I think that's fine. But the idea of people being like, dude. Ooh, the bandy cat. Whoa, back and forth. What was that about, brother? What's going on? Oh, what a psycho. Yeah, whoa, he's coming in hot, dude. So, dude, he just ran into the unreal. Just ran right into the little stool right there. Anyways, that's what I thought was so funny, that everybody was just like, again, cameo itself, fine. But the idea that like, dude, I've been saying this forever. NBA Top Shot, the future of fandom, because we're paying celebs to do some videos, baby. Are you kidding me? To the moon. Bandy also probably gets some of that latte. You're right. He came in hot, dude. That was nuts. The other thing, let's talk about, Bandy with a flagrant 1, Federico says. But, it depends who's reffing. Because I don't know. Maybe they think, like, some refs decide flagrant 2. The other thing, let's talk about the awards. And listen, I'm not trying to victory lap too hard here. But you saw the Twitter thread. It wasn't too long ago. We had a little Twitter thread out there for all the awards. Clutch. Oh, my camera went weird. The Clutch Award, De'Aaron Fox, check mark, got that one. Coach of the Year, Mike Brown, check mark, got that one. Defensive Player of the Year, Jaren Jackson Jr., check mark, got that one. And then last night, sorry, Bing Bong Boys, because we're shipping off to Boston. Whoa. 6th Man of the Year, Malcolm Brogdonovich, baby. The Brogdon, baby. Brogdon takes home 6th Man of the Year. And so I saw Jay King from The Athletic tweet something out. He basically listed the Celtics have started almost everybody at least one time on their roster, except for Malcolm Brogdon, Sammy Hauser, Blake Griffin, Luke Cornett, shout out Sneeps. Basically Peyton Pritchard, everybody except for Malcolm Brogdon didn't start one game, which I thought was hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if that was the right pick, honestly. Like, quick IQ's been awesome. His stats have been great, although he's looked ass in the playoffs. But yeah, Malcolm Brogdon, baby. So we're continuing to cook with our picks. Malcolm Brogdon was probably the spiciest one. I assume Laurie gets most improved. Wait, did Laurie already win most improved? Did they already announce that? What's going on with my camera? I think it's reflecting off my, there we go. Boston base is already out of court. There you go, buddy. Did you put money on it? Thought you said something last week. Yeah, we did. I put money on Brogdon when the odds flipped. When IQ went off. What's going on? Oh, you weirdo. Anyways, good stuff. Those are the awards. What else was there was something else we needed to bring up. Oh yeah, let's talk a little Underdog here, because I know there was a question about that. I will say sign up for Underdog, promo code HOLD, Also the other thing that we got, someone saying Bobby Portis was robbed, says Young Sippa. I think Bobby Portis was fine. He's like a fine choice, but I don't think he'd be my favorite choice. All right, I got a link for you guys if you want to sign up for Underdog, because they're doing a special little promo where if you sign up this week, if you're a new user and you use promo, what's the promo here? Hold on, let me see what we got here. All right, here we go. Hold promo. So if you use this code, I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you use this code right here, hold promo, and if you sign up before tonight, I posted this on YouTube. We talked about it on YouTube before. You get a special little one, right? So there's going to be like a free over under, a free like Julius Randle type thing, basically where it's like, will he get 1 point? So, anyways, sign up for Underdog. But yeah, I wanted to go over to Underdog because I know there's been some questions on like how to actually sweat this thing, and that would be my one complaint. Is it is a little bit hard to sweat the something like this. And at least for the first round, because the first round is so intense. And people were, hold on, let me see. Let me pull it up. All right, here we go. This is the first time I've ever maxed something too, so it's been even harder to follow. Let me do it. This one. There we go. So right now, which has been pretty insane. Right now, I have a total. So I did 150. Right now, if the first round ended, I have 40 going through. But the second place, because this thing didn't max out, right? Because the way that it works, you had to win your pod, right? So you get put into a tournament here with 6 other people, right? You have to win your pod to get out of the first round. However, because it didn't max out, I think a total of 1,600 or 1,700 people that finish in second based on will move on to the second round. But it's based on scoring. So it's impossible. It's impossible to follow. Like, you know what I mean? It's impossible to sweat that. You're just going to find out after, because it's basically ranked against everybody that finishes in second. The highest scores of those will advance. So it's kind of hard to follow. But this is a pretty insane rate right now to have. Like, my goal was to get somewhere between 23 and 28 into round 2 based on like the percentages right now. But right now, but like to be at the 40 range is pretty fire. We're pretty excited about that. So agree. It's still early though, because if your team sweeps, like if you stack the Celtics and they win in 4, you need some of your peripheral guys to go deep to get you there so that you can still advance. So luckily though, a lot of if we look at some of my exposure, if we expose ourselves here, if we look at the exposure, you'll see, like, I know I had a lot of SGA, but Mikal Bridges, right? So I had a lot of Mikal Bridges, which still doesn't hurt because he's been doing great. However, them winning a game last night would have been awesome. But having De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, and Donovan Mitchell, John Morant too, if he comes back, and man, like Jaren Jackson Jr., those series should go a little bit longer. So I'm hoping like lots of those guys help extend my Celtics teams. But off to a promising start. We're pretty excited. This is like the first time we like really dove in to something like this. So I'm excited to see where it goes from here. The people said, did we talk about the Chicago team leader scamming over in Top Shot? I don't know enough of the details, but it sounds like he was using stuff to buy for his account, using the team fund. So I don't allegedly, I don't know what everything was, but it did sound like he stepped down. So there's that. Sorry guys, the camera's bugging me. All right, we are 40 minutes in. We covered last night's NBA action. We talked about tonight and this weekend's NBA action. We talked about the awards. We looked at Underdog. What else you got for me? I'll hang for like, I don't know, 5 to 10 more minutes. We'll hang. We might wrap a little bit early. Oh, Nick Nurse fired? Did that just break? Let me see. Let's check the breaking news. Was it Woj or Shams? Who got it? Who got that scoop? Nick Nurse is out as Raptors coach from Adrian Woj. The funniest thing about all of this is these graphics, right? Imagine thinking like, man, if it doesn't come from Woj unless we put it in tweet form. Top Shot comment said, anyway for non-noobs. No, unfortunately, no. There are some Top Shot comment, man. There are some, if you're in the Underdog Discord, they do have a couple of things based on like if you're there's like some contests to get some of those promos, but you got to be in the Discord. Woj annoys me too, says Fernandez. I think I hate everybody. No, that's fair. I find him to be a little bit annoying as well. But yeah, the graphic thing is just so funny to me. Anyways, Nick Nurse is out. Where does he land next, right? They were talking about, I know there was rumors about Houston, and then there was some, but then like Houston decided, maybe we go the Ime Udoka way. The Udoka way. Anyway, so that'll be fun to follow the coaching carousel that ensues. If I'm a free agent coach, if I'm a recently fired coach, I tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not making any decisions until the draft shakes out. You know what I'm saying? Wait for where Wembe is going to go or where the ping pong balls fall. You know. Jumpshoe was asking about So Rare. Yeah, we'll check our So Rare switch. In baseball, I had one of my pitchers not go. He was a late scratch. So that was a bummer. My rare contender here, Landry Shamit face has been pretty disappointing. And so is Towns, but we still have room to run. I think it said I was like 27 points out of Cache. So we'll see how things roll tonight. So we have Karl Anthony Towns who only got 31. Tyus Jones, if Jaws out, it's got room to run. Same thing with Strus. And then Shama with a 7 was a real bummer. Let me check my champions. This one was kind of Sabonis, man. He let me down too. But yeah, this isn't too far off from the cash because I got 269s, but need Sabonis, Jones, and Carter to step it up a little bit. But again, I did a bad job picking where my guys go. That is for sure. Did a really bad show. A really bad job with those. Let's go over to baseball, though. I will show baseball for a second. This is what my roster is looking like right now. But I might do a little chopping here with some So Rare stuff. So we got Luis Castillo, Keely Jansen, then Rafi Devers, Jorge Mateo, Tearo Estrada, Jeremy Pena, and then Graham Ashcraft. So the weekend, we're going to throw out 2 pitchers there. Ooh, we got D Rose in the chat. D Rose, good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, that's going to be the So Rare streets for this weekend. If you're new to So Rare, there's a link in the show note. # paid partnership, # ad, # promo. I did think it was funny. Did you guys see every single Top Shot content creator did a video yesterday explaining what explaining like how the redemptions work? But what I thought was so funny is when people started doing So Rare videos, everybody lost their goddamn mind, being like, you have to say it's an ad. You have to expose that's it. It is an ad. You have to do it. This is a paid partnership. You have to do it. Every single one of those videos, because they were like, hey, do you want to do this? And we said, no, just by doing an explainer, you got 10 packs. Those creators get 10 packs, 10 of those, the $10 ones or whatever it was. But nobody said it. Nobody said promo. Nobody said ad. Nobody said # paid partnership. No one put that anywhere. And you know what? Nobody got mad. Nobody got mad. Double standard, bitches. It's a double standard. All right. Side note, Jay Larson releases new hour on YouTube. There we go. All right. I'll take a look at that. We got Julius up in here as well. Oh, Ime Udoka, serious candidate to replace Nick Nurse. I think that would make sense. D-Rose says, I have 2 degrees and still have no idea. Basically, you just go collect the team that you think is going to win the chip. Everything else will be worthless. Or maybe not worthless, but will be bad. Anyways, what's up, New Swami? It did seem interesting that there was a flood of those videos yesterday. Yeah. I mean, listen, they should be doing it. This isn't even a criticism of Top Shot. This is a criticism of you guys, who everybody got so mad because it wasn't your bags being impacted by these videos. But now that the Top Shot one came out, everybody's like, wow, dude, this is pretty interesting. Pretty good content. Top Shot to the moon. Top Shot is back. I thought it was funny that they didn't do it. But shout out Top Shot for finally doing it. We the people's here. You miss, man. You miss. We talked about Russ. I took an L, gave some flowers. We the people said Embiid talking shit to a stud less than his Nets team was great. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Whatever though. I'm here for the drama. I'm here for the # drama. I wish I feel like I already talked about this, but I'm surprised he didn't get suspended. Ejected in that game. That, my friends, was a flagrant 2 that they didn't call. Yeah, we do need a Boston Base explainer video. Boston Base had the best one, though. He did post just like a GIF that was really funny. He had a good joke in there. He did have a good joke. All right, I'm going to drop the link to the Summer League stuff again because I need you guys to fill it out. Everybody should be coming to Summer League, by the way. Come to Summer League. We're going to have fun. July 6th to 10th. It's going to be good. D-Rose said top tier nut shot by Embiid. Yeah, we had, speaking of which, like the stream, subscribe, #nuts. We had 2 of those. Harden went after it. Embiid went after it. It's a little nutty. A little nutty. All right, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag nuts. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? Anybody getting after it? We got I don't think we are. I don't think we have anything going on this weekend outside of softball. I don't think we have anything. Steve's saying Luke Cornett, most improved player tonight. There you go. That bet would pay out pretty high. I think that would be really good odds, probably like plus 2.4 million. Thoughts on the blue check mark for Woj, but not for Shams? That makes sense. I could see ESPN paying for it. It has been kind of funny. I'm so excited for the blue check discourse to just stop. Like, it will be funny in a couple of days because now people are like, I am unfollowing everybody that paid for a blue check. Like, yeah, it's corny, but also come on. Does New York City get a little rioty in the summer, or is that only Chicago? No, there's nothing. I don't think so. You're going to Vegas July 13th. Why are you going the second weekend? I saw OTM is going the second weekend too. What are you guys doing? Did we learn this last year? You're going to go the first weekend. It will be so funny if Top Shot goes out there for the second weekend again. Just a classic L. Like, why go see Wembayama when you can just see Benyanyama? That's a name I made up because somebody who won't be in the league playing the second weekend. No, it's also, wow, it's not getting too warm yet too. I mean, I know it's April. I'm just ready for good weather. I really am. It just is so good for my brain when it's nice out. It really does affect it, which means I should move. I mean, I guess we're getting to 69 today, 69 tomorrow, 69 Sunday, a weekend of 69. Nice. Yeah, we were doing jokes. July 6th to 10th, Boston base is going to be there. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. All right, gang. We're going to spin this giveaway. Let's do it. I appreciate everyone suffering through today's stream. This was not my best. We started off hot, but much like the cold brew, it wore off. It wore off like 35 minutes in, and I am back to dragging ass. Stay tuned for some playback announcements, right? We will do some playback this weekend. I'm excited for that. And then we'll be back on Monday. And listen, by the time I see you again, we'll be over 9,000 subs. We'll be over 9,000 subs. Fill out the form. Come to Vegas with us. If you win this thing, shoot me DM. Somebody asked about Max Scherzer. I think it's because he used that sticky sauce, right? Isn't that why he got ejected? I don't know. I'm not ready for baseball yet. Winner, chicken dinner. Mo S. Let's go, Mo S. Shoot me a DM. Also, Skeets almost won that. That was really close. That would have been Skeets' second win. All right. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope you have a nice weekend. Go Celtics, kid. Excited for more playoff basketball, baby. We are out.